Athletes out onto the field of play. Let's go down to the shooting line for the compound women's team gold medal match introductions.
On target number 1, representing Turkey, Yeşim Bostan Uçak, Emine Rabia Oğuz, and Ayşe Bera Süzer. On target number 2, representing Germany, Julia Boemke, Franziska Goppel, and Caroline Landesfeld. The line judge for this match is David Catalan.
Well, we're getting straight into it here. I'm Karim Bashir. It's my pleasure to bring you this live coverage of the new season. And joining me, our resident expert, former world number 1, Nikki Hunt. Nikki, Turkey will be pleased with this lineup.
Yeah, they really will. Some quality we're going to see today. We're right on this beach, so conditions could be variable. Let's see what happens.
We're going to get straight into it. The team compound women's gold medal match. Turkey facing Germany. And Turkey up to the line with Ayşe Süzer to get us underway.
Points.
Well, Nikki, it's the start of the season, start of this team gold medal match. Just remind me, how does the team scoring work?
Okay, so we are shooting 4 ends, 6 arrows. So each team are going to shoot 1 each. You can see the first rotation happening here. We're then going to alternate to the other team. So 2 lots of that. And it's raw score.
A trio of 9s for Turkey. We're about to start. Potential maximum of 30 through that first rotation, just dropping a point each as we move over to the Germans. And Landesfeld.
10 points.
Really good start from them. Looking strong, aren't they? Composed. A little bit more shaking. Just see that backhand. The release aid wobbling a little bit. The nerves straight in the 10.
Move back into the Turkish team, the second rotation. 2 targets to shoot out. Both teams put their first 3 arrows into the first target. Turkey and Oyuz now looking at target number 2. Trailing by 3 at the halfway stage of this first end.
9 points.
See the blind over the left eye, just making sure everything's happening from the right side. Perhaps an archer who's not so dominant through that right eye.
Third point for Germany.
Well, a cumulative score in compound archery, but this first end, Germany with a chance to take a 4-point lead here.
Lots of nerves, lots of shaking.
Can still get to 9, and they lead by 3. There was a chance there for a very big lead for Germany. I know it's only the first end, but a 5-point lead potentially for them was well, potentially match winning.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, and the conditions are really still so far this morning, so that can make it really tough to make gains. Like if you get a massive lead here, to come back in really still conditions is, less easy. When we see the really variable winds, which we do sometimes here in Turkey, then the lead can switch, because if you get hit by some wind, you get pushed off and shoot a lower arrow value, then things can turn around quite quickly. But Turkey got a lot to do here.
Yeah, 3 points, not as bad as it could have been. This German team looking very strong. Lands fine with the blind over her left spectacle. Now, as things stand, Bonker, Gopal and Landers-Fine leading by 3. We go to the second end, and the trailing team, let me remind you, will shoot first. So it will be Turkey. Start of end number 2 right here on Konyaaltı Beach in Antalya. And the host nation Turkey, trailing by 3, will shoot first and need to start to eke down the deficit, trailing by 3 points in the second end of this gold medal match.
10-9 rider. Nine points.
Under the 10, finally. Got to stay there now. Quite a long hold on that shot, so they've got about 20 seconds to shoot their arrows basically in this team round. They can use that time as they want to. We've got the first rotation of 3 arrows. It doesn't matter if they go over or under on that first pass through, and then the clock will restart with what time they've got left with that 2 minutes on the second 3 arrows. So got to keep a little bit of an eye on that clock. See that arrow sat on that launcher blade. Just looking at the different styles of shooting. So that first archer up with the thumb release, she tends to, I'm going to say it, punch pretty quickly. A fast shooter.
There you got it, the first one of the season. Got out your punching.
The second archer rotation we can't quite see, but she's on a back tension. She just pull in. Straight to 10. See a blind over the right eye just to block the sun coming in, so you can see well. I mean, these archers are looking through that peep sight. It's in the string, so a tiny little hole in the string that they're looking through to see their magnified scope. And if the sun is in your eyes, that becomes very difficult then to see through those small yeah, that peep sight, as I say, you can see it right in front of that eye. And they're looking through the string.
10 points.
We talked about stars, but if you look at the composure of the athletes, the Turkish team trailing, coming into this, look very still, very steady, very composed. And perhaps other than Gopal in the German team, there's a little bit of shakiness at full draw for both Bonka and Landesfeind.
Yeah, particularly this third archer, we see more of the shaking. I mean, it's just probably a little bit of inexperience being on this finals field. It is, you know, high tension being here. You've got a big screen in front of you as well, you can see there, which you can see that in your eye line as an archer. It can be quite off-putting, so it's all about dealing with these nerves.
Yeah, it certainly is. But at the moment, they have just opened the lead by a single point. We have got 2 arrows that are going to be measured for the Turkish team, though. So it could be that changes as we go down. Can we hear the target judge? Sounded like one of those arrows has been marked up.
Yeah, I think it's X10 9999.
Well, massive sport here, archery in Turkey, and in fact this is the home of the Turkish team in Antalya, not far away from this show range, just on the beach in Konyaaltı, just outside the new town in Antalya, an ancient town itself. But as you can see, the high rises in the background, just in front of the mountains. The beach is well, just to the left of the shot that we're looking at the moment. Well, we had confirmation of the scores, and Turkey now trail by 5 points here at the halfway stage.
9 points.
Bostan's the most experienced archer of this team. We've seen her in a few finals before. Finishing the rotations, often you'll put your strongest archer at the end of the rotation. You clip the line, that'll probably be starred as a 9-star. Really long hold again.
9 points.
She's shooting at that back tension. You see that thumb wrapped around the release end. She just pull in, it just wasn't going off, was it? Great view of the spirit level in the sight there as well, so the archers can see if they're tilting the bow at all. That could send the arrow right or left if you tilt into a side, so you want to keep it nice and straight upright.
Well, the jitteriness is making me nervous, but somehow she still manages to get it in the middle of the target.
You know, I was just thinking, she was shaking so much, her anchor point looked like it was moving on her face. But, you know, she knows the shot feeling, she's done it so many times before, and all that practice is paying off.
8 points.
Well, door wide open now for Germany with that 8. And let me tell you, they're shooting down a 50-meter range here, so an 8 is a great shot for normal human beings. These archers rarely miss the centre.
9 points.
See the teammate just talking her through the shot as well. That communication between this team is really important. You know, just trying to give some words of advice and just settle your archers down. Yeah, it just didn't look quite right. You know, when she released, it just looked like the pressure just come off a little bit. We normally see that nice follow through, and to me that back elbow sort of almost came forward a little bit and just lost the pressures.
Well,
despite looking very shaky, it's another 10 for Landesfreund, and Germany in a very commanding position here.
Nine points.
Chance to lead by 9 with just 6 arrows per team left. Inside the final 5 seconds, though. Oh, this is close.
9 points.
Well, that buzzer there at the end shows you how close that was. Still managing a 9, but you could hear the coach counting down from 10. And that was literally as Bernke had actually stepped up to the shooting line.
Yeah, it's not a lot of time left. You know, as I say, it's really 20 seconds you get each. But if your teammates use up the time, you've just got what's left. You've got to get on with it. But putting so much pressure on that poor teammate, you know, she's already quite nervous and shaking, and you don't want to be doing that. You want to be giving her enough time. So the other members of the team really got to be a bit quicker.
Well, bespoke equipment, but also the archers with their own trinkets on their equipment. Good luck charms, if you like. All the luck at the moment is with the German team here, putting the host nation under a lot of pressure. Yes, in Boston, trying to talk her team through this one, but it's a rather big lead at the moment. It's provisionally marked as an 8-point lead for the Germans. Possible to turn around, but unlikely.
Yeah, the only thing I think is just something extreme happening here. You know, nerves getting to somebody, a real big mistake, but how likely is that right now? I mean, it's never over till it's over.
Well, we know it will be Turkey to shoot first in the final end. We're just waiting for confirmation of the scores after that third end. Marked provisionally as an 8-point lead for the Germans. And it will be Souza to step up to the shooting line ahead of Oyus and Bostan for Turkey. Host nation in a spot of bother here in this gold medal match. Well, 7-point lead for Germany coming into this, and that 10 critical to put a little bit of pressure. Can Oyus follow suit?
Nine points.
Well, 29 out of a possible 30 will make the Germans think. But Nikki, are they really looking at what Turkey are doing?
Ideally, absolutely not. They're just in their own little space, in their own individual bubbles, completing their shot processes and not worrying about what's going on around you. But it can be difficult. Like we said, there's that big screen right in front of them, just to the right of the targets downrange, and there's usually a little delay on it. So as you move, you see yourself move on the screen as well, which is quite off-putting.
8 points.
Well, that's the first one outside of the yellow for the Germans. You see the wince there as well.
Huge shaking again. Really long hold.
10 points.
Straight in the 10.
It's hard to believe, isn't it, Bonka? Just trying to compose herself on the shooting line, shaking all around. You're not expecting it to go anywhere near, and then she gets the best shot of the three.
10 points.
Well, they narrowed the gap through the first half, but still trailing by 6 coming into that shot. So 10's the order of the day, and Oyuz follows Souza into the 10 ring. Can Boston finish this one off for Turkey with a perfect second half? Yes, she can. So just dropping a single point in the final end, a 2-2-4. Their final score here, 230 possible for Germany.
Points.
Well, a lot of time to get into full draw here. Into the 9, so plenty of room for manoeuvre here. Have they got plenty of time, though? Germany, a 6 for the first gold of the season. Very close, very close. Oh, it's more than enough. The nerves, the jitters were overcome by this German trio of Bonka, Gopal and Landesfein, and they have picked up the compound women's team gold medal match at the first stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup.